You think you're being stoic. You're actually just afraid to feel. They told you calm was power. That emotion makes you weak. That silence makes you wise. But that's not strength. That's sterilization. Cut off anger. You cut off clarity. Cut off desire. You cut off direction. Cut off pain. You cut off your path. And here's the twist. What you think is Stoicism is mimicry. Aesthetic. Emotionless. Safe for the algorithm. But real Stoicism wasn't born on TikTok. It was born in the wreckage of an empire. And it wasn't about being calm. It was about surviving chaos. Without losing your soul. Let's rip the mask off. They tell you to be calm. Breathe. Detach. Stay composed. But here's what they forget. Stoicism wasn't invented by content creators. It was built by men watching their world collapse. Exiles. Slaves. Senators watching Rome rot from the inside out. Epictetus was a slave. Seneca wrote while assassins circled his door. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire drowning in war and plague, while his own son became the tyrant that proved his philosophy wrong. They weren't calm. They were holding the line. This wasn't a lifestyle. It was a psychic shield. A way to stay sane when the gods were silent. And the crowd wanted blood. And that's the part everyone forgets. Stoicism wasn't about suppressing emotion. It was about protecting yourself from something worse. Not fear. Not anger. But infection. A psychic virus that spreads through the airwaves of attention. We still carry it today. And it's stronger than ever. Let's name it. There's a reason the Stoics warned you about desire. Not because it's sinful, because it spreads. René Girard called it mimetic desire. We don't want things because we want them. We want them because someone else does. Status, power, serenity. You're not chasing the goal. You're chasing the glow. And the glow is infectious. One man gets attention for being unbothered. Now 1 million men fake emotional detachment. Hoping someone will look. That's not calm. That's copycat stillness. And it's dangerous. Because when too many people want the same mask, it stops being armor. It becomes a weapon. Girard said it like this. Desire is triangular. Not between you and the thing, but between you, the thing, and the one you're imitating. That triangle turns into a noose. It tightens with every scroll, every quote, every man faking peace just to compete. The Stoics saw it coming. They weren't avoiding emotion. They were dodging possession. Not spiritual. Psychological. If you don't master your desire, someone else will. And now even Stoicism has been mimicked into oblivion. Let's go deeper. You see someone detached, and you copy it. You see someone silent, and you echo it. But here's the catch. Even not wanting something can be mimicked. You're not calm. You're copying calm. You're not sovereign. You're signaling detachment. Hoping someone notices. This is the new game. Not who wins, but who cares the least. And that right there is still rivalry. It's mimetic war in slow motion. Beige linen, filtered quotes, quiet desperation, all fighting for attention by pretending not to want it. Let that sink in. If your calm needs to be seen, it isn't calm, it's a costume. It's a trap. You're not detached, you're just deeply rehearsed. The more you fake stillness, the more it fakes you back. Mimic long enough, and the mask starts to speak for you. So, pause for a second. Really pause. Who taught you this version of strength? Who benefits from your silence? And if this is landing, if some part of you feels called out, that's a good sign. It means you're waking up. You've been here before, you've worn this mask, but now you see it. Drop a signal if this hits something. It tells the others they're not alone. Because we're not done yet. Now, we hit the turning point. Nietzsche saw through the whole game. And he didn't flinch. He watched the Stoics worship control and laughed in their faces. You want to live according to nature? Then look at nature. It's not calm. It's violent, chaotic, indifferent. And you think you're virtuous for staying composed? To Nietzsche, that wasn't strength. It was fear. Fear of feeling. Fear of collapse. Fear of being overwhelmed by something real. He saw Stoicism as a cage. Not for the world, but for yourself. You're not mastering emotion. You're exiling it. You're not becoming nature. You're hiding from it. Behind tidy quotes and tightened jaws, he wrote, "You Stoics pretend you submit to nature. But really, you're still trying to force it into your little formula. Calm at all costs. Order at all costs. But what's left after the cost? A hollow man, perfect posture, dead inside. And then he cuts deeper. They don't want to be powerful. They want to avoid pain. But the one who's truly powerful doesn't escape the storm. They become it. That's the shift. Not stillness, not suppression. Fire. And the question now is simple. What will you do with yours? Calm is not the final form of power. It's just one mask on the way to fire. Modern Stoicism tells you to suppress emotion. But suppression isn't sovereignty. It's stagnation. You don't master yourself by numbing the flame. You master yourself by choosing where it lands. We are not trapped between logic and emotion. We are both. We are the paradox. The performance that knows it's a performance and still means every word. The metamodern magician doesn't escape contradiction. They use it. They feel the fear and move anyway. They feel the chaos and aim it. They don't suppress the storm. They spell it. This isn't faking it. It's ritualized belief. It's casting reality by acting as if and meaning it. Marcus Aurelius acted like virtue mattered, even when his gods were dying. Seneca spoke of serenity while blood soaked the Senate floor. They made belief real by moving through fire without breaking. Peter Carroll said it best. Belief is a tool for achieving effects, not an end in itself. Belief isn't something you wait for. It's something you build. You don't have to believe the truth. You have to believe what works. That's magic. Symbols, emotion, intention. Directed like a blade. The Stoic fears being possessed by emotion. The magician summons it and gives it shape. You don't become powerful by staying calm. You become powerful by choosing what to feel and ritualizing it. Calm isn't the goal. Authorship is. Girard showed how society channels chaos through scapegoats. But a magician reverses the ritual. They wear the mask without being owned by it. You can be calm when it serves. You can burn when it matters. You don't just resist the pattern. You rewrite the script. And that is power. The fire was never the problem. The problem was pretending it wasn't there. Stoicism tells you to silence it. But silence doesn't change you. Symbolic action does. Modern neuroscience proves it. Your brain doesn't rewire through logic. It rewires through ritual. Emotionally charged, repeated, embodied. This is neuroplasticity. Not a theory, a weapon. When you pair belief with movement, with symbol, with sensation, it sticks. It rewrites who you are. You don't need stillness. You need fire, forged into form. So here's what you do. Choose a belief, not because it's true, but because it works. Speak it aloud. Move with it. Anchor it to something physical. A candle, a mark, a phrase. Repeat it when the fire rises. Not when you're calm, but when it's hardest to hold. That's how transformation happens. Not in stillness, in pressure. You don't suppress the flame. You sculpt it. You don't wait for peace. You cast it. Because you were never meant to be numb. You were meant to burn. And choose your own shape. If this hits something in you, write this in the comments. I choose the fire. Let them see it. Let them know you're awake. This is where we build tools. For people who write their own reality. And if you're one of them, welcome home. Until next time.